But before we get into that, somebody that isn't struggling monetarily, Shohei Ohtani, $700 million, arguably the greatest baseball talent of all time.
Yeah,
That's a lot of M bags.
that's a lot
But
of moolah.
the catch is that he's not receiving any of it. Well, I shouldn't say that. He's receiving. I'm trying to do the math. $2 million per year. So $18 million in his career with the Dodgers. I think I did that right. And then the other $682 million. I think I did that math right. When
Yeah,
the contract is up.
it's 2 million for 10 years and then 680, so it'd be 68 million stretched out for another 10 years. So it's like technically like a 20-year contract, but he's only playing for 10.
Yeah. It just the most back heavy contracts. I mean, how has this not been done before? Was my first question. And how is it allowed? But it is. It's allowed.
I was gonna say, at least somebody's out there getting money. I mean, shout out to Shohei.
Yeah, facts, man.
Like what a bag he got. Yeah, this was wild to me. I mean, baseball I'm not really like in tune with, but like I know the whole like salary cap and everything. There's no cap, it's just all owners' money, however much money that they have. So that's why it's always been like these contracts to me have just always been ridiculous in baseball, but this one even more especially. But didn't know about the contract details, and they were dropped a couple days ago, and this might go down as the greatest sports contract for a superstar athlete in the modern sports era. I mean, you're talking about 10 years, the whole time that you have this man employed. You have openings to bring in even more talent because he's basically making nothing. Like, I'm sure there's probably people, draft picks in like the AAA, AA that are making more technically on the book than Shohei Ohtani. And but yeah, I mean, congratulations. I think the question is now, which might be ridiculous to say, is how many championships will the Dodgers win in the next decade? What would be the over-under? I would maybe set it right now at 3.5 because it's hard to win a championship. But when you have the roster that they already have with the greatest player in baseball right now in the world, like that's ridiculous. And he's not like an arrogant superstar either. He is a team, like I just always think back of that Japan versus USA World Baseball Championship last summer.
Electric.
When he told his people, when he told his teammates, Japanese teammates in the locker room, saying, "We've grown up and we've always admired them, but we can't beat somebody like we admired. Like we have to like they're our enemies. Like who cares if we look at them as heroes? Like, they're our enemies. We have to beat them." And that's rally as hell, man. And then fucking we all know what happened. 2 outs left, Trout on the plate, strikes him out. So
best moment like ever. Yeah, like come on, man.
That gave me chills, and I'm not even like a baseball kind of guy, and I'm like, wow, this is what sports is all about right here. But yeah, dude, I love it. I love it. I mean, I guess as like if you're not a Dodgers fan, you hate the Dodgers. It's kind of like the Cowboys or like the Yankees. I mean, Yankees kind of similar as well, but like, I guess as a Phillies fan, you probably hate him seeing going to LA.
Well, first I'll say that Shohei's probably a guy that can live off of $2 million a year. To your point, like he's not a guy who's going to go out and buy like expensive cars and like, all these like houses he doesn't need and just material goods. And the crazy thing is, he's going to make the Dodgers are going to make that contract back. Just in eyes from a national level. Like, you mentioned like the Japanese players looking up to the U.S. guys like when they were younger. Well, now they have like a hero to look up to. Like, he is their Michael Jordan. He is their, you know, LeBron James. It's how is this allowed? And yes, I hate it because the Dodgers obviously in the NL, and this gets in the Phillies' way definitely. Like, and I love Shohei, like, but that was the one team I didn't want him to go to. The Braves too, but I never thought that was actually going to happen. I'm not going to say I don't like the guy, but that was the one team I did not want him to go to personally. They got the roster, but they do still got Dave Roberts as their manager. So I don't know if he's the guy. He did win one, but I don't know if he's the guy to take him all the way. I just, man, his in game moves are head scratching sometimes, but
It, yeah,
it's just crazy, like just crazy all around.
but it goes again to my point though that like the Dodgers, like they're in that window though that they can like give them one season or half season whatever and then get rid of them and then get somebody else, and it's like they'll have the money to
Oh
bring
yeah,
in whatever that manager would want. And oh yeah, by the way, we're always gonna have Ohtani, like always gonna have him, who for 6 years him and Trout scraped the Angels like barely into contention, but another way I thought about it too was like Ohtani, obviously like 2 million a year. People like, oh, like what the heck? He's gonna make 50, 60 some a year with endorsements. So like
yeah,
money
exactly,
for him is gonna
yeah.
be fine. But also even on the back end, I think it's like another way, just taxes, man. I think that's definitely another play at it as well. Probably gets hit less or I don't know the whole.
Absolutely.
I'm not an accountant, but
It's the best like player team friendly deal like
for a
ever. Like
superstar.
yeah, I guess for a superstar, yeah. Like
Yeah, because like
it's
you know, yeah,
insane.
I think you could probably mold in some other contracts for like
Yeah,
role
yeah, yeah,
players
yeah.
or whatnot. But for a superstar, and we're talking like the superstar, like the guy, this is like that's what I'm saying. It's the best sports contract. It's awesome for the
It's
Dodgers.
unbelievable. Like
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. Like why weren't more small market teams doing this?
like why weren't the Pirates doing it?
Why were the Pirates doing it? Is this going to set a trend now? Like
They
you
could.
got to wonder. It obviously the payout would be a little riskier. Um, Shohei's just a special case. You could have a Bobby Bonilla situation, and then a guy like a crap ton of money who played like 3 games on his contract. Not that's an exaggeration, but um, it's going to be interesting to see that fallout. Though
It's also
I
like
still can't believe it happened.
you think about it even more too. It's like Ohtani, like you said, is that special case because like what other MLB superstar out there could afford to take a $2 million base salary? Because like most like superstar athletes, like I don't know, like they think they deserve that like 20 whatever million
Yeah,
dollars a year, or whatever. Like Otani's just like a humble guy,
James Harden.
yeah, and he's got whatever. Like I just feel like to a point, like I don't know, Ohtani, like big risk, but he's also that big of a guy that like if I knew I had Puma or whoever sponsors him giving me $50 million a year to wear their stuff, I'd be okay with my day-to-day job paying me $2 million because I'd be like, all
I
right,
know,
whatever.
right?
Plus, when I know in 10 years that's gonna be there, but like I don't know if I didn't have like those extra endorsements, which like I don't know, some of these like superstar athletes, like yeah, they're getting paid, but like not that much. And then if you live in California, 40% of that is given right back to the government in taxes. So like it's
Definitely.
interesting. I don't know as far as your questions, like will it be a precedent for things in the future? I don't know. I think you got to think about that too with players because
Yeah. I mean, you look at Bryce Harper's contract. It was like this mega deal just 4 years ago, and now it's like not even in the top 10.
yeah, I mean we see that with NFL quarterbacks too and NBA
Yeah,
players. Like Jalen Brown just got paid an insane amount. Like just wait until Jalen Brown's the fifth, and we're gonna be like, what the hell, Like I still remember when John Wall had the biggest contract in the NBA,
my gosh. Yeah,
and
he
and
got
everybody was
paid.
like, yeah, and like everybody was like, this contract is insane. And like looking back, yeah, it was. He got hurt. That was like the main reason. But And there it goes again with Ohtani too, where like, yeah, he hurt he had Tommy John surgery, right?
Yeah,
And so,
yeah,
but he can still hit, and he hits like
definitely.
almost better than he pitches. Like, and it like so like you're okay with because you have that duel, and like
Yeah,
nobody else can do that. Like nobody else
yeah.
can.
And then he's like, he's a face too. Like he's a jersey. Like it's a gross one. God damn it. I would have bought that Blue Jays jersey. I would have repped that. That would have been sick.
Yeah,
Otani Blue Jays.
You saw Drake posted that. They're like,
Yeah,
"Oh, the Drake curse is real."
yeah. God, I should have known. Uh, I also should have known the Dodgers were going to get him. I kind of did deep down. Didn't want to believe it. Um, yeah, that UCL. Now that becomes a question. When is it ready? When's he ready to pitch again? And how good's he going to be? Because I mean, $700 million DH. Now it's paying him on the back end, so it works. But like it's not as
Yeah,
luxurious as you want it to be.
but
I hope the UCL heals up though, just for like just as a
yeah,
baseball fan's sake. Like
yeah.
he's awesome.
I just then bring up the point again of you have a low base salary on the books, so like you might as well make sure that UCL is 100%, like 100%. No reason at all
Dude.
to rush that back when you can waste 2 years on that rehab.
Yeah, they'll be fine because they're gonna get Yamamoto probably in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen. Like, yeah, what's his? I'm gonna butcher his first name, but Yadamashi it's Yamamoto Yashishabi. Now I gotta look it up. I have to correct myself here.
for the integrity right there.
Yoshinobu Yamamoto. There, I got it. I
You
probably will
are
forget
like
that, but Yoshi, dude, that's sick. That's a sick. That'd be a sick. That'd be a sick nickname. Yoshi. It's a shame
Yoshi
he's
and
not going to be a
Shohei.
Philly.
Yoshi and Shohei.
God, the Dodgers are going to win back to back to back chips, dude. It's just happening.
That's what I'm saying. I think like for the next decade, you have to debate how many championships are the Dodgers going to win. That's what you
Yeah,
have
I
to start.
think 3.5 is the line. I would agree.
Yeah, I would say 3.5 is good because I think they have to like at least win three, or this like it's kind of like a bust.
Yeah, I mean you
But
gotta get one at
do you
least.
win four? Do you win five? I don't know. But like this is like the legit LeBron thing. Not one, not two, not three, not four. Like this is what the Dodgers are doing.
They have to. They've chronic underachievers, I would say. So they got no excuse now, especially if
And
they get
then
Yoshimoto Yamamoto, which I think they're gonna.